We're up to the Denver Nuggets, reigning, dare I say it, world champions of the only NBA. And obviously looking at these iconic moments, and look, I love the one you picked, obviously. I've gone for a little bit of a more classic one, which is Matumbo lying on the ground, being the happiest guy in the world because the Nuggets have just won a playoff round. Is that correct? Is that the moment
No, no,
here?
no.
Or
It's not. It's actually not just that. It's the first. At
ever
least
a number
I think
eight
it's the
seed
first eight
to beat a
beating the
number
one
one
seed.
seed?
Yeah.
Correct, correct. And
So it is quite iconic, and
so
they
so
were destroyed for two straight games. Like it's not even just like a 1-1-1 scenario. Like they lost the first two games, and everyone was like, "Yep, Seattle's going straight through."
I love it. You seem to know more about my iconic moment than me, but probably this draws the relevance of that. Even though I didn't have all these little fine points and fun facts that you probably got in your head right now, this moment that I shared with you, it still stands in my head. Yeah, it still stands in my head, and clearly it still stays in your head that you can remember these things that I might have slipped out of my mind right now. Um, and look, for the Nuggets franchise, oh, definitely right now they're riding a high. You know, I like your image too, but I've gone for a bit more of a classic one here, and I think yeah, this one really was a huge moment in franchise history, and a bit of an NBA, I guess, first time that that's happened sort of situation.
Yeah, no, it's a great one. It's a great one. I think I wanted to figure out a way to pick something iconic from the recent championship run, but with all due respect to Denver, there just wasn't that moment. They were better than all the teams that they went up against. I think dropping two games to the Suns was the most competitive series from a final standings scenario. They were beneficiary of having easier opponents, but they were, also victim of that because Miami's run to the finals as the eighth seed. That's house money for them because they're supposed to lose and Denver's supposed to win. So there's no credit given to them, even though there should be. And, I thought about the 30-point triple double, the first time ever and doing something like that. But instead, I went for this because this is, again, the meme logic. When Nikola Jokic was drafted, he is a second round pick, the 41st. You can see it in this image. They had a Taco Bell commercial on because everyone knows viewership drops after the lottery. And when you're in the second round, you're a diehard at that point. And they don't have a package ready to go for him. He was some chubby kid. They didn't really know what they had. They also drafted Yusuf Nurkic in the same draft, way higher, I think at like 13 or 15. And, the rest is history, so to speak. But it is funny that one of the greatest players probably ever, you know, when it's all said and done, was drafted, and this is the reception that he got as he entered the league. It's probably a little bit of a warning sign that the international game should be more respected, and I think it is now. Like over the last 10 years, I think Dirk and Jokic and Luka have definitely made everyone kind of eat their words about judging international players instantly. I think the FIBA World Cup very recently kind of proved that maybe America doesn't have all the answers when it comes to professional basketball. And yeah, I like the concept that you could be recognized as the guy drafted during a Taco Bell commercial, but also the greatest player since Wilt Chamberlain. I think that's a very nifty niche market that one person's in.
Look, I think your selection of images, I don't know about necessarily iconic. I'd say definitely amusing. I'd say definitely amusing. And I guess to a certain extent, I'm not trying to pour cold water on your pick too much, but it's like any player drafted in the later rounds would fall, you know, into such a risky category of being just labeled as an advert, which is literally what happened here with Jokic. And I guess the only difference here with Jokic is that he's got his ring now, and he's obviously collected his MVPs. And credit to him, what a great career he's had so far, and going to continue to have, no doubt. It's funny, I guess, while you're sort of sharing that, I pulled up the here's some fun facts from my image too. Because obviously you were right, and I knew this was the case that they were the first number 8 seed to beat the number 1 seed. But I don't know if you remember this. They actually, like you said, they were down 0-2, but they won three straight. And then obviously then they obviously that last game with Tombo, 8 points, 15 rebounds, and 8 blocks. Yeah, you'd feel even if you'd lost, you'd go, I had a pretty good game, I think. So, I think I think yeah, it's I guess there you go, just a bit of a footnote there. I probably should have pulled up my stats at the start, but that's okay. I was like, this is the moment I want to talk about, and I was like, now I don't remember the facts from it because it was like in what year? 1994.
Yes.
1994. Sorry, my memory didn't go back 20. How many, is that 30 years ago? 29 years ago.
I know this based off retroactive research. I was not really conscious for that at the moment. So
This is Two Guys with Spare Time. I'm Faz, this is Nick. You're probably a basketball fan like us, so hopefully you can throw us an assist and giving our video a like and subscribing to our channel.
And if you got thoughts, feelings, or even some suggestions, please put them down in the comment section below. And thank you for using your spare time to watch us in our spare time.